Welcome to JavaScript. Do we even need to introduce JavaScript? It's one of the most popular programming languages on the planet. Ever visited a website that made you think, hey, this website is really cool and interactive? Well, JavaScript was probably making it happen. So it's just useful for websites, right? Wrong. Process data, mobile and desktop apps, games, the world's your oyster with JavaScript. Let's start with the basics and add some JavaScript to a web page. On the web, JavaScript code lives inside the HTML document, and needs to be enclosed by OpenScript and CloseScript. Let's use JavaScript to print Hello World to the browser. This is what that would look like. The document.write function. This is what we need to use to write text into our HTML document. Let's learn about output to the browser console. For this we'll be needing the trusty console.log function. Wait, not so fast. What's this console we're talking about? The console is part of the web browser and allows you to log messages, run JavaScript code, and see errors and warnings. It looks like this. Variables are containers for storing data values. The value of a variable can change throughout the program. Declaring a variable is as simple as using the keyword var, which would look like this. In this example we've assigned a value of 10 to the variable x. We've used the word assign deliberately here, because in JavaScript, the equal sign, equals, is actually called the assignment operator, rather than an equal to operator. Which means that in JavaScript, x equals y will assign the value of y to x variable. Using variables. Okay, let's put some of what we've learned together. How about we assign a value to a variable and output it to the browser? We've got this. But what's the point of variables anyway? Well, imagine your program has 1,000 lines of code that include the variable x. With variables you can change the value of the variables and use them multiple times in your code. Like this. Naming variables. Let's talk about names. It's super important to remember that JavaScript variable names are case sensitive. What do you think the output of the following code would be? That's right. An error. That's because x and x are different, and we didn't declare the x variable. Brace yourself for more rules. The first character of a variable name must be a letter, underscore, or a $sign, $. Subsequent characters can be letters, digits, underscores, or $signs. The first character of a variable name can't be a number. Variable names can't include a mathematical or logical operator in their name. For instance, to something or this plus that. Variable names can't contain spaces. You're not allowed to use any special symbols, like my #num, num%, etc. JavaScript comments. Great stuff. You'll soon be a variable master. Okay, let's talk about comments in JavaScript. So we know about statements. These are the instructions within our program that get executed when the program runs. But not all JavaScript statements are executed. Any code after a /// or between and slash is treated as a comment, and will be ignored, and not executed. To write a single line comment we use double slashes. Like this. Multiple line comments. What if we have more to say? If we want to create a multi-line comment, we write it between and. Like this. Data types. The term data type refers to the types of values a program can work with. The sky's the limit with JavaScript variables, which can hold a bunch of different data types: numbers, strings, arrays, you name it. Let's start simple though. Numbers can be written with or without decimals. Like this. var num equals 42, / a number without decimals. Strings. Okay, let's turn up the heat. In JavaScript we can use strings to store and manipulate text. A string can be any text wrapped in quotes. Single or double quotes, it doesn't matter, so long as you're consistent with them. Like this. Strings. Now is a good time to talk about the \, escape character. It comes to the rescue when you need to put quotes within strings, and a bunch of other situations, by transforming special characters into string characters. Booleans. Not just fun to say, Booleans in JavaScript serve a useful function by letting you have one of two values, either true or false. So when you need a data type that can only have one of two possible values, like yes/no, on/off or true/false, look no further than Mr. Boolean. Let's look at an example.